My family went on my dream vacation without me, and now they want me when I am rich. Being the least favorite child is one thing, but finding out your entire family went on your dream vacation and lied to your face about it is a whole different level of betrayal. I grew up as the absolute dead last priority in my house. My two older brothers got brand new cars, private tutors, and whatever they wanted, while I was basically an afterthought. When I was 20 and in college, winter break was approaching. I called my parents to ask about flight dates to come home for Christmas, but my mom told me not to bother. She claimed they were completely gutting the kitchen and doing massive home renovations, so the house was a disaster zone and there was no room for me. I spent Christmas completely alone in my empty college dorm eating cheap takeout. 2 days later, I was scrolling through Instagram and saw my older brother post a massive photo dump. They weren't renovating the kitchen. My parents had taken my brothers on a 2-week, ultra-luxury Caribbean cruise, the exact trip I had been begging to go on since I was a kid. I immediately called my mom, shaking with anger, and confronted her. She didn't even sound sorry. She just casually said they didn't have the budget to pay for a fifth person, told me I needed to lighten up, and then actually had the audacity to say the trip wouldn't have been as much fun with my attitude anyway. That was the exact moment I realized I didn't really have a family. I didn't cause a massive scene, I just hung up and slowly stopped responding to them. It was surprisingly easy because they never bothered to call me anyway. After graduation, I moved to a completely different city without telling a single soul in my family. I got in on the ground floor of a new tech startup, and for 3 years, I worked myself to the bone. Well, that startup ended up getting acquired for an insane amount of money, and my equity suddenly made me worth just over $100 million. I kept my mouth shut, but I did confide in one cousin who had always been decent to me. Obviously, word traveled fast. Out of nowhere, my phone was blowing up with texts from my parents and brothers, suddenly talking about how much they miss me and how family is the most important thing in the world. They desperately wanted to fly out and see me. So, I decided to give them a taste of their own medicine. I lived in Miami now, so I invited them down for a random weekend to reconnect. I told them I chartered a private yacht for us and to meet me at the harbor at noon sharp. They actually bought their own expensive last-minute flights and showed up on the dock, dragging their luggage, waving at me excitedly. I was standing on the top deck with a glass of champagne. I looked right at them, gave them a little wave back, and told my captain to set sail. I watched their smiles completely drop as the yacht slowly pulled away from the harbor, leaving them stranded on the dock with their bags, watching the kid they abandoned float away with the kind of luxury they could only ever dream of.